Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. Today we are in Florida, and look at them atrocious stats. Actually, a little known thing, Florida was my first ever premium ship, along with Azurelena, New Jersey. Now, with that being said, why are we in Florida? Well, the other day we did the Centurion video, and that got me thinking about ships that can be thought of as good or bad, and Florida is one of them. When I first got Florida, let's be honest, the ship wasn't great, but I was a terrible player. In fact, before my last few games in it, my win rate was in the 30s with it. Is that because Florida's bad? It wasn't great, but now that it's buffed, I've played it a few times. And I'm super confused because at tier 6, there's not a lot of battleships that wow me. There's ones I like to play, but there's not any that wow me. And to be honest, after the buff, I kind of think Florida fits that mold a little bit of being a solid battleship. I'm not sure. It's still, if you're not careful, you can get brutalized in it very quickly. But the AA is very good in it. I know one thing people don't like is the smaller guns at A tier. That doesn't bother me. And like, for example, a lot of people don't like Sharnwars, but I like Sharnwars. The smaller guns at the tier don't generally affect me. It's more about the consistency of the guns. And Florida still, even after the buff, has some trolling moments. But I feel like it's a little bit more consistent. The one thing you got to be careful about Florida, though, is taking damage or getting caught. And we're going to be the focus here in the beginning. As you can see, there is a lot of issues for us up front, right? There's a tier 7 Baltimore. There's a tier 7 Amalfi, a tier 7 Bismarck, and a Colorado that overmatches us right in front of us. So we are kind of in a world of hurt, and we took a beat'em very quickly. It's a good thing we get a good heal on Florida as well, and we're going to try to back up and not be center of attention right now, but we want to maintain the middle and control of the entire match. But we did that Centurion video, and it made me wonder a little bit here about Florida, because I'm kind of curious on what the opinions are on Florida now after the buff. I know a lot of people probably don't have it, but for those of you that do have it, let me know what you guys think of it after the buff. To be honest, I feel like if you're in a tier 7 match, it can be a little bit of a struggle. As you can see here, we're having a little bit of a rough go, but when you get put at tier 5 with this thing now, it is absolutely bonkers. To me anyway, as we help take out Baltimore. And we did overpen Amalfi pretty bad there, but you just see, I'm not giving up the middle. I'm just making sure Bismarck doesn't gain control of the middle here, and helping out and trying to get some shots to keep resetting the cap. But also, we're trying to prevent that the C flank from going absolutely crazy, because they have, in fact, kind of pushed over there, and our team is not having the best luck over there. So we are trying to help out over there as well. As you can see here, we are trying to get a good shot on Amalfi, but we got the overpins. Actually, we did hit a bunch of the shells on that first shot, but we got a lot of overpins. And actually, Amalfi's going to be paying attention. He's going to turn out here to avoid the shells. Now, again, we have gotten our heal off. We got our heal back, so we're in a little bit better position here to actually stay in the middle. That being said, Gnaizeno starts to push, and this could be a problem. Well, when you're in the middle, you can impact the match a very large amount if you're careful, right? Like you guys see me do it all the time. My middle is always my favorite place to spawn. If you give me a spawn point on almost every map, but maybe like Two Brothers, Shattered, and Ring, couple of them maps where the middle is just kind of like a death trap. I'm going to take the middle every time outside of them maps. But we're going to go ahead. We've had a slower start to the match. We kind of got our butt kicked a little bit in the beginning. But we're going to start to pick it up here a little bit now. We got Colorado and Gneisenau pushing up. And with Florida, particularly when you're shooting at higher tiers, like we have been for a while, a fair amount of the shots here in the beginning, you need to aim up off the water. And a lot of American shells are better when you're aiming up off the water instead of aiming at the belt line. And the reason for that is the lobbiness of them, but it particularly, like Florida, is a small caliber technically for tier 6. When you have small caliber AP, you're better off getting the side of the ship above the side plating, like above the belt, in my opinion, the waterline belt, and you'll find you'll end up doing a much more damage that way. And also the shells that would have hit the water and not done a lot of damage or none, you are going to have much better luck with that. As you can see, Colorado is now pushing, and all we're going to do is help that side out. Even though there's a bunch of guys over there, right to our right, Colorado is still coming through basically unharmed. And we're going to go ahead and try to do what we can here. Is we're even overpinning Colorado, oddly enough. We're aiming maybe a hair too high, but we're going to speed this up as he goes by the island, because we are going to wait for him to come through to the other side. We don't want to get outflanked on that right side. That could be bad for us, as we're going to take a shot at Colorado. The one thing I will say about Florida too, after the buff, I feel like the guns don't troll you as hard. It could be just me. You don't get them really bad salvos that it used to. It's bad enough. It's bad enough having low caliber guns, but if they're really inaccurate, that's what makes them really frustrating. And as you're gonna see here, we're gonna start to push up here. Another reason not going after Bismarck in the middle, it's a secondary ship. Obviously, that's going to be problematic for me at close quarters. But also, Bismarck is kind of susceptible to a carrier, especially being in the middle spawn like that. So we're going to leave him for our carrier. And in fact, our carrier player does do that. So kudos to the carrier player if you're there paying attention to, getting rid of a good choice there. So we're gonna go ahead and push up. There's only there's nothing now on the right hand side, so we're free to go take the middle cap, and we are down on caps, even though we are actually winning the match by points and ships. When we did withstand a bunch of kind of a threshold of a lot of people shooting at us. We're going to go try to get this cap now. Kind of important to get it. But we do see Nagato is coming through broadside, and we are waiting for that, because a Nagato broadside is always a good thing, no matter what ship you're in. Even Florida, with the smaller guns, is going to do a pretty good chunk to Nagato when it's broadside. So you guys have to let me know what you guys think of Nagato. I mean, not Nagato, but Florida on the ship. I feel like maybe some people need to give it another go again after the buff. I can't even remember what they buffed on it. It might have been accuracy, or was it a little bit of reload? It might have been both, actually. It's been a while since they buffed it. But the carrier's going to start to go for us, and we're going to start to obliterate the carrier's planes, because one thing Florida does have is good AA. And even at tier 7, we're going to have decent, AA, as we do get the Shukaku spotted, and we're going to start to blast him. And even though these are small caliber guns, they're plenty fine for a carrier, that's for sure, as we go ahead and get 6 full pins on it as we get our Confederate. And the carrier is, in fact, coming back for us. And we're going to use our last heal here to make sure he doesn't kill us. And we're going to try to finish off this carrier here real quick as he is resetting us here as we get our high caliber. You know, we're doing this at bottom tier, so not too bad, all things considered. The carrier still is trying to actually murder me. And we're going to go ahead and do our best to dodge them shells and get into a position to help get rid of Nagato here if we can. But like I said, really interested in what you guys actually think about Florida now. Or have you guys played it since the update? Also, if you guys didn't know, I have a ton of videos coming up for you guys on Warships. I think last counted, I have like 97 videos or 97 matches saved. But I thought this was an intriguing one because you don't really see Florida talked about much, in my opinion. And I think now it's actually a decent battleship. To be honest with you guys, outside of a few tier 5 ships, not actually a tier 5 couple American battle dreadnoughts. There's not a lot of American ships under tier 7 that I actually care for. The battleship genre, anyway. As you can see, 3,200 base game, top of leaderboard, helping our team out. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you folks next time.